Episode 3391, Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is.
Moms, it's time to rediscover, rejuvenate, and renew who you are in mind, body, and spirit. Welcome to Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie, the show to help you do just that. Here's your host, certified life coach, personal trainer, and nutritionist, Kristianne Wargo.
Happy day. I hope you're having a fabulous week. It is Wellness Wednesday, and yes, that means you have to think about your health and what you're doing with it. How are you spending your money when it comes to your health? It's time to put your money where your mouth is. For those of you who are brand new to Create Your Now, welcome to this incredible family. I'm so delighted of your presence. If you already even had the opportunity, you'll want to head over to createyournow.com where you can learn more and sign up for the K.I.S.S newsletter, the Keep It Simple strategy, everyday solutions to live, love, and impact. Well, this episode is brought to you by AIM, inspiring connection and community. Well, can I just tell you right now, there are so many things happening, and I don't know about your schedule, but mine is all over the place. And I feel like since everything happened from the Christmas trees on, yes, that means in 2023, turning into 2024, it has been more than I could ever imagine. Now, in telling you that, I'm sure you've had seasons, moments, a few weeks, whatever you want to call it, where you're like, I really want to do this, and you have it all planned out. And then all of a sudden, there's lots of things that happen and things that are honestly out of your control. How can you continue to live a healthy lifestyle? How can you continue to move forward? And I know a lot of us try fad things, right? What's the new and latest trend? Well, are you trying and everything new, and are you tired of trying it when it comes to wellness trends without seeing any results? Are you trying to say, I'm going to convince myself that this will work this time? I know I've tried them all. And maybe you're at the point where you're ready just to take your well-being to the next level. Well, if that's where you are and you're like, I want that healthy lifestyle, it's time to put your money where your mouth is. Because when we look at the world we live in right now with the quick fixes and the empty promises, right? Oh yeah, you're going to have this done in 14 days or less. You'll lose this. You'll gain this amount of muscle. Investing in your health is a powerful statement. And we've got to look at how we invest in ourselves. Sometimes we're just investing in the trends. We're investing in what Hollywood says. We're investing in what our neighbor says. Now, I'm not saying none of those are wrong or right. What I'm saying is you got to make sure you do your research. You got to make sure that you're really putting your money where your mouth is, because most of it costs us something. It costs you time, it costs you money, and it can cost you your life. And I know that's pretty drastic, but we were out yesterday running errands, and believe it or not, now this is a totally true statement here. I have not gone, hold on to your seat here, because you're going to be like, really? I have not gone to a Taco Bell. And no, Taco Bell is not a sponsor here. And they probably will not want to be a sponsor after I tell you my story. But I have not eaten Taco Bell in, goodness gracious, probably at least over a year. I kid you not. Now, in telling you that, my body is really weird. It's crazy. It's off the charts. I have people who look at me. I have been studying it. It is like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I've talked to specialist after expert after expert. I've become certified myself so I can understand myself. That's how crazy it is. Well, I tell you all of that to tell you this. We went to Taco Bell. I had some of my favorites, one of them, the Mexican pizza. Now you're like, well, that's probably why. Well, there were a few other things, but let me tell you this. In less than 10 minutes already, in my stomach, the coyotes were howling. And all of a sudden, it was like, everybody out, which means I got to go to the bathroom. Well, we were not close to home, and we were still running errands, and I'm like, oh, I better clench it really tight because we're going to have an accident here. Like, my body knew. Yet guess what I did? I spent money on something that honestly I knew deep down would not do well with my body. But the 5 seconds that I took each bite, oh my goodness, it was fabulous. Is that how you're leading your health? Is that how you're leading yourself and saying, oh, I've just got to go for those 5 seconds. Is it really worth it? Maybe it's almost only 3 seconds. Your body matters, and you cannot get another one. I don't care how great any robots are going to become. A robot cannot be you. And that's what matters here, because you matter. And so I think when we begin to really look at where we are in our healthy living, where we are in that journey, how do we have that body that we want? And I'm not talking about being a model. I'm not talking about having a certain size, whether it's on the scale or on the hanger. I'm talking about being healthy, your best healthy, not my best healthy, but your best healthy. You are more likely to do what costs you something. That's why free is not always better. Now, I'm not saying you're doing stuff that's free, but I do think we tend to gravitate towards things that are on the internet. And yes, I'm all for the stuff there because I'm there, right? I'm here. Maybe that's how you found me. You Googled something and all of a sudden Create Your Now popped up. I appreciate that. And I appreciate you listening. But I also know for a fact that I don't have all the answers, number one. Number two, I'm here to give you food for thought. In some instances, literally, not even figuratively, but really both, right? And when we're talking about wellness, we have really got to begin to break down what matters to our own body, not what Hollywood says, not what the infomercials say at 2 a.m. because we're up and we can't go to sleep, we're restless, and we haven't moved our bodies enough. And so we're just laying there with our eyes wide open. And we think that if we keep scrolling, we're going to find the answer. My friend, the answer lies not in what you hold in your hand, but where your heart is. If your reflection matters, you've got to think about where you're putting your money. How are you spending it when it comes to your body? So think back to what you have last spent money on. Right? For me, Taco Bell did not do my body well. Let me tell you, everyone out. I had to use the restroom, which, by the way, I know TMI, but it was like an hour later. Yeah, it just tells you how good of a grip I have. I'm just saying. But when you go and you spend money, and it's not just on food, but even in food, right? You're going to eat it, right? That's using it up. When you had a gym membership, or maybe you still do, how often are you really using it? When you bought that last equipment for exercising, how often did you use that? Maybe at first it was like, oh, you were spot on for 3 or 4 months. And then, well, you can't even remember. It's been so long ago. Maybe it's like Taco Bell. It was years ago. It's time to make a commitment to yourself and your well-being. That is your K.I.S.S to Keep It Simple strategy. Make a commitment. This is not about doing what feels good, what looks good, what's on trends, what's in your reel, what's going viral right this second. This is what is lasting for your body. And so when I look at my body, I'm like, Taco Bell, oh, I love it. But it doesn't do this body good. So why would I go spend my hard-earned money, or even somebody else's, right? It could be somebody else's treat. And then I'm like miserable for not just a few minutes or an hour because I got to get to the bathroom. Oh, no. It might be 2 or 3 or 4 days for my body to recover from it. Is that 5 seconds times however many bites I took? Maybe even if it was, let's say, 10 bites of something, that's 50 seconds. Was that 50 seconds of my life worth more of me with my taste buds versus the longevity of my body over the next 3 or 4 days? I mean, put that into perspective. Make a commitment to you. You matter. Yeah, I know you can go spend your money on anything and everything that you want. And that's great that you can. But I'm asking you to look at yourself in the mirror and be real with who you are right now. And so if you're saying, I really do want to make this commitment, because I made this commitment, let's see, it's been now almost a year and a half, believe it or not. And I started out slowly. I started doing it my way. Nobody was doing this. Nobody told me to do this. I just know my body. And I've done enough experimentation as to what I can do, what I can handle, what my body can handle, what my gut can handle. I mean, just all of it. I've had journal after journal after journal. And I finally said, all right, this is my protocol. This is what I'm going to look at. got to follow that protocol because guess what? It worked. But I took it slow and steady. I didn't rush it. I didn't try to lose 10 pounds in 2 days. That's not going to work. I mean, yeah, you probably kind of sort of can. Now, if you're up there in the, if you're getting above your half century, probably not so much. Just get over it. What you need to look at is your living legacy. How do you want to feel? Not just today, but tomorrow and the next day, with every single day that you're blessed. How do you want to feel? Do you want to feel groggy? I mean, because maybe you should keep eating Taco Bell. I don't know. Maybe pasta does that to you. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, how do you want to feel? What does that mean to you? And then make a commitment to yourself. That's what I did. Now, that doesn't mean that I can't treat myself. And I can't say, yeah, I want Taco Bell. But be oh so careful that you don't get stuck in a rut that you've been used to for decades before. It's easy to do that. So sometimes you have to pull yourself out. How do you pull yourself out to make that commitment that really matters for the transformation that you want, for the length of your livelihood, literally the length of your life? What does that look like to make that commitment? Number one, invest in quality nutrition. Now, I understand food prices are going up and up and up and up. So instead of falling for fad diets or quick fixes, right? Invest in high quality, nutrient dense food that nourishes your body from the inside out. Don't just spend your money on box stuff. That does your body no good. Joy Bauer, who's a nutritionist, says, your body is your most priceless possession. You've got to take care of it. Are you caring for your body in a manner that will serve you well? Think about that. Sometimes we're so quick to say, yes, that's what I want. But then if you were to stop, and I'm telling you right now, my Taco Bell treat, yes, we were out, we were doing errands. It's fine. I did make a conscious decision. And if you ask those who were sitting in the car with me, which was my daughter and my mother, and my granddaughter could not speak, so it was 4 generations, you could ask them. I said, well, haven't had Taco Bell in a long time, but I guess we'll see how it goes. And they already knew, and I knew. And we made a comment that, well, it's probably not going to go so well, but that's okay. I'm going to have it anyway. I made a choice. You can make one too. Now, am I going to do Taco Bell today or tomorrow or the next day? Nope. We're probably going to be on another 2 or 3 year hiatus. And if somebody wants to go to Taco Bell, I'm like, great, go ahead. I'll just have water. Thank you very much. I don't need to eat that. It's not quality nutrition for my body. It may be great for yours, but not for mine. So invest in what works for you. If that means that you're taking supplements and they cost a little bit more money, you're getting maybe some protein shakes that are not typically sold in your box stores or in your grocery store that's down the street. Maybe you have to order it and have it shipped in. If it works for you and you get the results that you're looking for, then why not is the question, right? Make a commitment to yourself. Invest in quality. Number 2, prioritize regular exercise. Rather than collecting dust-covered gym memberships or unused fitness equipment, I know I have a few of those too. I do use a lot of mine, but the last few months, it has kind of gotten a little dusty, I must say. Invest in activities that you enjoy and look forward to. Maybe it's a tennis racket. Maybe it's a pickleball racket. What is it for you? Jillian Michaels says, your health is an investment, not an expense. Think about that for a minute. A lot of times we look at ourselves as, gosh, this is an expense, right? This isn't in the budget. Maybe you need to look at your budget and change it. Maybe you need to rework some things. Prioritize regular, consistent exercise. If gym memberships work for you, great, do them. If they don't be guilted come the new year and buy another one. Don't be guilted by June where they're like, oh, we're having a sale. You see them all happening. They come in on your reels. They come in on commercials and they say, hey, you need this. You've got to have this. It'll be a transformation like none other. Really? Has it worked before? Well, then maybe it doesn't work again now. Make that commitment to prioritize you with regular, consistent exercises. But do it in a manner that serves you well. So if you like pickleball, go play pickleball with a friend. If you love running, go run. If you can't run, walk. If you're one who says, you know what, I can't do a whole lot. Maybe you're like, I've hurt myself and really, Kristianne, all I can do is be seated and do things. There are exercises that you can use for strengthening your legs, for strengthening your upper arms, even if walking is not possible or is easily done for you. But it all starts with your commitment. And finally, number 3, embrace mental wellness. This is important. We look at physical health, what we see in the mirror with our naked eye, right? How we see ourselves. But you have got to prioritize mental and emotional well-being. If you're feeling down in the dumps, if you're doing things that you're questioning, man, you have got to seek out some professional help. To invest in practices such as meditation, therapy, your counseling. Maybe you need to get a coach, right, that can actually work with you, that can hold you accountable. Now, you're still going to have to do the work. Just because you are paying someone doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're going to be better. You have to put in the time and the effort. You have to do the work. So when you think about doing something, think about it all the way through to the end. What does it mean to put it into action? Dr. Deepak Chopra says this: to make the right choices in life, you have to get in touch with your soul. To do this, you need to experience solitude, which most people are afraid of because in the silence you hear the truth and know the solutions. My friend, what truth are you telling yourself? And is it the truth? Maybe it's black and white to you because that's what you've experienced. But is it truly the truth? Can you find other things that support it? Or is it a belief that it's true? There is a difference. And so when you begin to look at yourself, when you begin to say, okay, am I living the best lifestyle that I can live, the way you want to live out the rest of your life? This is not about a just 2-week diet, okay? It's not. We're not doing the cabbage diet because you want to drop 5 pounds. And for me, cabbage diets don't work. I'm just saying they taste horrible, but we'll leave that for another episode. But seriously, what truth are you telling yourself? And is it the truth? Honesty is the best policy when it comes to who you see in the mirror. And we're not just talking about weight or where the wrinkles are. We're not talking about the number on the scale. We're not just talking about the number on the hanger. We're not talking about you wanting to fit into a certain size or look a certain way. We are talking about being kind to yourself with a genuine interest to know the reality you see, but having a heart to know you are not going to stay there. You know where you want to go. That's commitment. Your head and your heart has to be connected. Most of the time, it's only one of them running, but you've got to connect it. In a world where we just have all of these endless options and distractions and technology that says, if you just do this, if you just do that, it seems like it's going to be easy. But in all honesty, it's time to prioritize what truly matters. What truly matters, that is honesty. And that means, my friend, it's your health and your well-being. Are you looking at yourself, where you are right now, and where you want to be in the next 30, 40, 50 years? Put your money where your mouth is and create your now. Go in peace, be present, be incredible, be you. I love you so very much. I cannot wait to see you on the other side. Blessings, hugs, and lots of love. We'll talk to you real soon. Have a glorious, blessed day. Bye-bye.
Feeling inspired, ready to train for life and love your journey? Visit createyournow.com for more incredible resources to help you along the way. We'll see you next time on Create Your Now, Your Best Selfie. And remember, always be sure you consult your physician before beginning any health and fitness plan.